It's a feeling we all know, a knot that tightens in the pit of your stomach. The familiar ring of the alarm bells at Firehouse 51 usually sparks a sense of pride and anticipation. We get to watch our heroes, the bravest of the brave, rush headfirst into danger to pull life from the jaws of chaos. But today, that feeling is gone. In its place is a cold, creeping dread. The city is reeling, not just from the smoke of a truly shocking blaze, but from the news that has left the entire One Chicago family utterly heartbroken. One of our own, the heart and soul of 51, Christopher Herrmann, is in the fight of his life. The call came in just after dusk. A multi-story warehouse in the industrial heart of Chicago, its skeletal frame greedily consumed by an inferno that painted the night sky in horrifying shades of orange and black. This wasn't just a fire. It was a monster. Reports crackled over the scanners, each one more desperate than the last. The fire was spreading with unnatural speed, fueled by unknown accelerants, threatening to take the entire block with it. For the men and women of Truck 81, Squad 3, and Engine 51, it was a call that would push them to the very edge. We watched them do what they always do, run towards the roar when every instinct screams to run away. They were a symphony of disciplined courage amidst the cacophony of sirens and collapsing steel. And leading his engine, as he has for years, was Herrmann. He was the veteran, the steady hand, the gruff but loving father figure who had seen it all. We saw him on the ground, directing his team with a fierce determination, his face a mask of soot and resolve. They were making progress, battling back the beast foot by agonizing foot. But this fire had a cruel trick up its sleeve. The accident, when it happened, was brutally sudden. A secondary explosion, deep within the warehouse's compromised structure, sent a shockwave tearing through the building. A section of the facade, a multi-ton slab of brick and mortar, groaned and then gave way. It all happened in a split second. One moment, Herrmann was shielding a younger firefighter, shoving him clear of the falling debris. The next, he was gone, swallowed by a cloud of dust and collapsing masonry. The silence that followed was more terrifying than the fire itself. For those agonizing minutes, the world seemed to stop. The frantic calls over the radio, the desperate shouts of his name from Severide, Casey, and a stunned Mooch, echoed the terror felt by every single fan watching. When they finally pulled him from the rubble, the sight was one we will not soon forget. He was alive, but the hero who had saved so many was now the one in desperate need of saving. Now, the sterile white walls of Gaffney Chicago Medical Center have replaced the familiar comfort of Firehouse 51 and Molly's Pub. The air here isn't thick with smoke, but with a tension so heavy it's hard to breathe. The entire Firehouse family is here, their faces etched with a fear that no fire could ever instill. They are no longer firefighters and paramedics. They are just a family, huddled together, praying for a miracle. Seeing Cindy, his rock, being held up by Stella and Brett is a gut-wrenching reminder of everything that's at stake. This isn't just a firefighter. This is a husband, a father of 5, a man who built a community in a little corner bar. This is Herrmann. We've seen him in the hospital before. We all remember the horror of him being stabbed in Molly's, a senseless act of violence that nearly stole him from us then. We saw his courage, his fight to come back from the brink. But this feels different. The doctors' faces are grim, their words cloaked in medical jargon that does little to hide the severity of the situation. Crush injuries, internal bleeding, critical condition. These are the words now attached to our beloved lieutenant. What makes this so incredibly painful is the man Herrmann is. He's the one who lectures the young rookies with tough love, but is also the first to offer a shoulder to lean on. He's the one who invests in a surefire, get-rich-quick scheme 1 minute and dispenses profound, heartfelt wisdom the next. He is the flawed, funny, and fiercely loyal heart of the family. He just made the selfless, heart-swelling decision to step back from his own ambitions to let his best friend, Moch, finally take the lieutenant's spot. A sacrifice that speaks volumes about his character. That's the man lying in that hospital bed right now. The man who has always put everyone else first. Today there is a shadow over Chicago. A fire may have been extinguished, but the true blaze is one of anxiety and fear in the hearts of his family, both at 51 and in our homes. We are all holding our breath, waiting for a piece of good news, a flicker of hope. We are all sending our strength, our prayers, and our love to the Herrmann family and his brothers and sisters at the firehouse.